Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Today, our topic will center around the fifth pauri of Jup Ji, which we will first recite and then follow with an interpretation. And it goes as under. Thapya na jai, kita na hoy, आपे आप निरंजन सोए जिन सेव्या तिन पाया मान नानक गाविया गुणी निदान गाविया सुनिए मन रखिए पाओ दुख पर हर सुख कर ले जाए गुरमुख नादं गुरमुख वेदं गुरमुख रहा समाई गुर ईसर गुर गोरख बर्मा गुर पार्वती माई जे हव जाना आखा नाही कहना कथन न जाई गुरा एक देह बुझाई सबना जिया का एक दाता सो मैं विसर न जाई. So this passage should be seen pretty much as continuing the theme from the previous stanzas, starting from the first. And in Pauri 4, the one immediately preceding this, Guru Nanak comes to a conclusion of sorts by asserting that Nanak yeveh janiye sab ape satyar. That is to say, this is the way to becoming a satyar. But he does carry the thought further in this particular pauri. And let's look at it line by line first. Thapya na jai kita na hoy. Here he's referring to that law, to that hukum, which he says cannot be manipulated or fashioned in any way. Thapya means to establish. That means you can't construct idols out of it. Because ape aap niranjan soy. Because it is all in all and it's flawless and unstained. Niranjan means one that is not stained by matter or maya, meaning that this is non-material, it's consciousness. So you cannot possibly construct it. Jin sevya tin paya man. Only those who serve hukum obtain the highest honor. And we will see as we go along, what does sevya really mean? And what is the man? What is the highest man? Nanak gaviya guni nidhan. The injunction here is, let us glorify this treasure trove of excellences. Gaviya suniye man rakhiye pao. The process of Guru wisdom that Guruji is laying out here involves the listening to Guru's instruction, Gurbani, listening to it receptively, and then instilling what is heard in the mind with a devotional attitude. The cast of your mind should be one of devotion. Man rakhya pao. Dukh parhar sukh kar le jaye. And with that, shed the misery of separation and experience the joy of surrender. And then he goes on to say, and this is a significant line, Gurmukh nadam, Gurmukh vedam, Gurmukh reha samai, introducing us to the idea of a Shabad Guru. Literally translated, this line means, from the Guru's mouth, here pointing to the Shabad Guru, from the Guru's mouth flows the cosmic creative principle, Nad, Gurmukh Nadan, and spiritual wisdom, Gurmukh Vedan, the wisdom of the scriptures. And indeed, creation is saturated with Shabad. Gurmukh Reha Samai. Here it is pointing to Guru Shabad that is permeating the entire creation. Gur Isar, Gur Gorakh Barma, Gur Parvati Mai. And this is an elaboration of the previous line, that within the Sabad is Isar. Isar refers to Shiv, but denotes the principle of destruction for our purposes. Gorakh, the principle of knowledge. and Parvati Mai, the principle of sustenance. In other words, through Shabad Guru, one harmonizes with Hukam because this Hukam is responsible for the sustenance, the destruction, and the creation that we live in. And then he goes on to say, Je hau jana akha nahi, kehna kathan na jai. Even if I knew that state of Sachara, it cannot be communicated. It is beyond reckoning. Hukam is a discernment that comes from the Guru. Gura ek bajai, Gura ek deh bajai, rather. The Shabd Guru has given me this discernment. And what is that discernment that I have obtained? Sabna jiyan ka ek data, so main visar na jai. That Hukam is the sustainer of creation, and that includes me. So some thoughts to ponder over and some takeaways. So we saw that in the previous pauris, Guruji had been clarifying for us what our approach to Hukam and the Hukmi should be. The question essentially is, how do we make Hukam that is not really amenable to our manipulations a part of our lives? And it seems to us that the lines here that are very significant are Jin Sevya Tin Paya Man Nanak Gaviya Guni Nidhan. It kind of encapsulates how to attune to Hukam. Guruji is now beginning to tell us, after having elaborated on Hukam, he's beginning to tell us how to really attune to Hukam. And so Jin Sevya, it is only by apprenticing ourselves to a discipline. Sevya is a discipline that we can attune to Hukam. Sevya means to serve, literally, but service demands a giving up when you're serving. So the discipline requires a giving up of one's ego. That is the central point in Gurbani. Tin Paya Man is another way of saying that the honor of attuning to Hukam is bestowed. So the first step is Gaviya Guni Nidan, which we saw in Pauri 3, and this is an elaboration of that Pauri as well. And then we come to the latter part of this Pauri, which is again very significant because it says that the source of spiritual wisdom is Gurmukh, literally the mouth of the Guru. And the Guru implied here is the Shabad Guru. It follows then that the quest has to be the individual's own discipline and search, because Guru Nanak here is effectively saying, even if I knew, I can't tell, meaning go figure it out. This is a very Socratic way of putting things, because the Guru is just a catalyst. It is the individual that has to really work on it. And I think that is the key message from this particular stanza. Now in Gurbani, we have to remember that Hukam, Shabad, Naam have overlapping meanings and are often used as synonyms. And this passage here emphasizes the concept of Shabad Guru, the word as the creator. Yet we'll find in Gurbani that even Guru, in the context of the Guru Granth Sahib, has different connotations. The Guru is God, the Guru is Shabad, the Guru is the Guru Granth Sahib, and we refer to our 10 historical Gurus as Gurus as well. So there are multiple terms that are used for Guru as well. We have the Gur, Guru, Satguru, Satgur, Gurdev, etc. How do we make sense of this spectrum of meaning around Guru, and what accounts for the variation, if any? For now, we are going to leave you with these thoughts to ponder over. In due course, at the right appropriate moment, we will touch on these concepts separately and with a little more detail. We hope to see you tomorrow with another Shabad from Coach Gurbani. In the meantime, stay in Chardi Kala. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.